Hi everyone, we are going to be boarding the Starcruiser in about 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks now. And I just wanted to take a minute, about a month before you are set to board the Starcruiser, you will get a notification to be sure that you've downloaded the Disney Play app. So I'm going to open that right now, Disney Play. And you're going to see this is you like they have some stuff in here that you can play at home, some little things, but what we're interested in is the Star Wars datapad. So we're going to hit play here, and I'm going to hit start using my datapad. Now it's going to come up with a notification that, we're out of range and that's okay. Just hit continue because it's going to show you your schedule. So this is our schedule here. Boarding on day 1 is between 1 and 4, and that's also, they have a lunch buffet. So this would be your first taste of any of the galactic food that they have on board. So we are planning to do that. Or of course, we're hoping to get there like right around 1, so maximize our time on there. And then everything else they have on here in the white square is optional for you. You can click on each one, and it gives you a little bit of information as to what each one involves. The ones that are in yellow down here, like the ship muster, those are things that you have to go to. This CSL portrait experience, this is something that I booked for my family. So it's the Chandrila Starline portrait experience. You can book that 60 days before, and you have a photographer basically taking you around for 30 minutes on different areas on the Halcyon Starcruiser. And we'll take your picture with it. So especially since my one son and I are planning to be in our galactic best, as the description says, it'll be a perfect way to kind of capture those moments. And then you have 2 definite activities that you're scheduled for when you're on the Starcruiser. One is the bridge ops training, and you see we have that scheduled later on in the evening. Obviously, our dinner, that isn't one of the other activities, but you can kind of see. So I wanted to take a minute. I'll show you the second thing that is you're scheduled for is lightsaber training. That we're scheduled for on day 2. And I'll show you that in a minute. But I just wanted to take a minute to talk about the sabacc lessons. So it's the galactic card game. In Solo, they were playing, if you've seen the movie Solo, that was what like Lando and Han were kind of gambling with and that. So you can learn how to play it on there. And then they actually have sabacc tournaments on the second day. And I've heard that that's a lot of fun. So that might be something that we try to do. We'll see how our story goes once we're on board. And your story, I know we want to be as like interactive with the characters as we can when we're on, so we're going to do that. So I just clicked on day 2, and I was just going to show you. So, so we have like our transport to Batu. We do have some. We had made some Oga's reservations because I heard that you have a little something like kind of extra when you go to Oga's. So we have that we had reserved, and our lightsaber training is down here at 1:45. Now you might be thinking, because like we can be on planet and Batu until 4, and you might be thinking like, well, that kind of stinks. Wouldn't you rather spend more time in Hollywood Studios? I'm paying for the experience on the Halcyon. I'm not paying to go to Hollywood Studios. I mean, I could be paying to go to Hollywood Studios, but my money's being spent to be on Halcyon. I want to get back on Halcyon as soon as we can. When you're on planet in Batu, you are going to have missions to do. And from what everything I've heard, you want to try to complete as many or all of the missions on Batu and then get back on the Starcruiser. Some of those missions are also going to include the riding the Millennium Falcon, doing a mission on that, and then also Rise of Resistance, because you do have front of line access to both of those rides while you are on Batu as well, and that's part of the experience being on Halcyon, that you have that. So, and then you're going to have some other missions too on your datapad depending on how your story is evolving while you're on the ship. So once we complete those, we also have the option to eat on Batu in Docking Bay 7 or Ronto Roasters, and that's included on this day. We'll see how the day goes if we decide to do that or head back on the ship and eat there. And then you see they have a whole bunch of other activities scheduled for the day. on the ship. But what you're not seeing on here is the other parts of your story. So all throughout the time that you're there, there's going to be little missions that you're going to be asked to do on the ship, and that's all going to come up on your data pad once you are there, and you'll be seeing that, and that's going to really segue how your experience is going to go. On day 3, of course, that's the checkout day. So you can see right there, not a whole lot that goes on day 3 because you're pretty much getting off the ship so that the next group can get on for everything. So I just wanted to take one more second and show you the comms here because I got a notification earlier this week that said I had a new datapad message, and I just thought it was kind of cool. So I'm going to hit the CSL announcements. So when we first had access to it, we had, just the basic message that they had here, which was the welcome to Chandrila Starline. So excited for you to join us, blah, blah, blah. Then recently we just had this CSL announcement. So it's just kind of building the story and building your excitement a bit. But they just want to let us know that Chandrila Starline is currently under investigation by the First Order. They don't expect that this is going to impact our upcoming voyage on the Halcyon Starcruiser in any way. Right. So, so it's just kind of getting your excitement built up, which it did. I mean, I know I have the general idea of what's going on, but I'm really excited for it. So, and there's some other things in here too, like the tools you can kind of play with. It has an Airbus translator in there. If you click on that, there is the map that kind of gives you a little outline of the Star Cruiser and just kind of gives you a little overhead view of everything, so you can kind of see where some things are, and you even have a map of out of range for Black Spire Outpost is what I tried to click on there. So so it just has a little overview of everything there, and it's just kind of showing you where you are, and that's going to be it for now. But like I said, once we get on the data pad, hopefully I'll have some time and I can record and kind of show you what things look like when we're on there. But I know I'm going to be like heavy into the story when we're there. No lies about that. So, but hopefully this will help just to give you a little idea of what you can expect and before you board. And I will be sure to be reporting once we are on